to me Tuesday on February 15th, 2022. Project Linus was this past weekend, and I did actually end up getting something done for it. I had a fleece remnant that I picked up when I bought the back for Braden's quilt, which I still have not trimmed him out. And I had that fleece remnant, and it was just under a yard. It was a little less than a yard by width of fabric, which was like 60 something inches. So I decided to use it for some quilt as you go. I had a bag full of strips of flannel. Some were from my own that had been cut off of the back of a quilt, like, you know, when you're trimming the quilt down after quilting it. Some had been donated to Linus and were probably the same. And I just took a bunch of those. They've been hanging around in my stash forever. So I decided to take a bunch of those and do some quilt as you go. This method is, I don't know, just one I sort of kind of figured out from looking at other people's quilt as you go tutorials. Before I had a long arm, when I was sewing on my little, my Kenmore, my old Kenmore, I would do these before I really started doing free motion quilting. I'll insert a picture of that at the end. I was actually asked this past weekend if next month I would do a demo on that. So going to be figuring that out. I'll need to probably go to Joann's and get some fleece remnants. I did pick up one at the meeting that nobody wanted because they thought the color was ugly. But it's just these black elephants on a kind of a weird yellow background. But it's certainly big enough to do one. So I'll use that for one. And I'll just have to get get a few more so that I have some examples of different of the process in different stages. I brought home some Orphan blocks. Every time I go, somebody gives me at least one or two. This time I got quite a few. I got this one all by itself. And then this is, actually got all of this. This is like, I don't know, a yard maybe, or more, probably more than a yard of this fabric, which I think is really cool. It's sort of a gingham but wavy. And it looks like it was being used with this fabric here and a bunch of other ones to make these string blocks. So I got a bunch of string blocks here. Maybe they were just learning the process. I don't really know. Or maybe these are left over. So I have a bunch of those. A number of those. I haven't even counted them, but they're all from an assortment of like florals and stuff. And then I got these two, which are fun, but there's just two of them. So those will go in the Orphan blocks collection. There was like leftover bits from making blocks, I guess. But they can still be used. So there's a number of those. There's just some strips left over from this, whatever this was. Oh, from these blocks here. These are just strip sets. And then it looks like somebody was experimenting. Maybe with disappearing 9-patch or something. I'm not really sure. But a lot of fun, bright fabrics. There was remnants from a Care Bear panel. So the big panel obviously got used by somebody, the main portion. And this is like what was left over. And, you know, Care Bears. I couldn't pass that up. And here's some more. So there's enough there to make a quilt with. I might even be able to incorporate some of these other things here because the colors kind of go really well. And then there's some of this with it, which is just a print, all over print. That's all I have to show you. I did finish the New Mexico block. It's popping into the mail to somebody. And I hope everybody had a good week. I hope you got to be crafty this week. And I will see you next week. Bye!